Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our YouTube channel, Zion Analysis. I want to appreciate you guys for the good job you are doing through subscriptions, like, comment, and also sharing the channel as you drop your opinion at the comment section below. May you continue with the same spirit. And if this might be your first time at our YouTube platform, I also request you just take a 1 second and click the subscriptions button and subscribe. Like the video, watch the video, share, and also give us your opinion that we always believe we delivers you the best to our YouTube platform, Zion Kenya TV. I believe that this video is going to find you well, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. Let's get to the political issues. Raila seems to issue another bombshell to President William Samoei Ruto after there is a looming disagreement at Bombshell on this bipartisan talk. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a look and listen to this video on what Raila is saying. Then after we've watched this video, we are going to analyze why is he saying this video and with what aim to the president. Let us listen to what Raila is saying.
2022, which is the first era of Kenya Kwanza regime leading into 2023, the economy grew by only 5.2%. In a similar period in 2021, it grew by 11%. The regime resorted to more borrowing, ignoring the warnings that we are in debt distress and at the risk of debt default. Without blinking an eye, the regime went against its promises to reduce borrowing and did the complete opposite. Kenyans responded to this turn of events by trying to steady their businesses, especially the small enterprises. But those efforts were in vain as interest rates rose through the roof and more taxes hit those businesses. Only the government can now afford to borrow at the astronomical rate of 17% or more from the domestic market. In other words, the government is competing with the private sector in the domestic financial market. The result has been that micro and small businesses are struggling, defaulting, and folding up, while the larger private sector is at best stagnating or equally folding up. In the last 1 year, the proportion of micro and small businesses defaulting on loans has increased by 17%. Today, 6 out of 10 micro and small businesses are either paying late.
Is doing that. There is a looming demonstration coming to Ruto's administration after Kenyans have realized that he actually betrayed them. That all the promises Ruto used to make during campaigns 2022 have hit the wall. So that is a clear lesson that every Kenyan must learn from a victory, that before you go to election, you have to consider to choose the right person. Let's get to the analysis straight to that video. One thing that I know in that video is that Raila seems to be annoyed on how Ruto is mistreating Kenyans. Even though something is worrying me here, ladies and gentlemen, Raila always struggle for Kenyans. But the question is, and I also asked one of my friends as we were discussing this evening, political discussion, that if Uhuru had power to do everything, why did he allow Kenya Kwanza to have administration or to clinch into the power? because he was supporting Raila. If Uhuru had power to consider that election is free and fair, then why did he allow this claim, which are now being raised by Azimio, that the election were rigged, to happen under his administration? That is a question that should worry every Kenyan. But if you get to that video, as I have said, Raila seems to claim that businesses are struggling and folding up. That is true. Because how the rate that Ruto is taking Kenya to raising taxes will make him to have a bankrupt economy. As I am speaking, ladies and gentlemen, David Ndii, the economist advisor of the president, seems to disagree with him. After just yesterday, there was an issue of fuel price raising up. So, that is what Raila tend to say. Let us do this. Do we recall what Uhuru said? And that is the reality what Kenyans are now feeling in the ground, on the ground. From that video, Raila seems again to issue a threat that let Ruto not do this. If he does, then we are going back to the street. There is also a clear indication, ladies and gentlemen, that these people want to pull out the bipartisan talk, which is still going on at Bomas. We are seeing Kalonzo in that video. We are seeing Martha Karua in that video. We are seeing Azimio leaders as well in that video. Will these people still get back to Kenyans, convince them that let us go back to the street? I wish, or I hope, that Raila have not been bribed by the government. I hope that Kalonzo have not been bribed by the government. I hope all of them, if they want to be a safer side for Kenyans. Because the truth, let us accept that Ruto is taking Kenya into a wrong direction. And that bombshell of the former Prime Minister can drive Kenya into another hope. Into another hope. This is how Raila's bombshell might drive Kenya into another hope. One, if people will go back to the street, then Ruto will try to reduce the cost of living. He won't relax, he won't tolerate what is happening, but he will concentrate on the Azimio demos issues. Number two, if people will go back to the street, then President will ensure that all the commodities which can lead people get back to the street must be lowered down. But because of time, actually, I was listening to Moses Kuria saying that wachimbe kisima watoe mafuta. Surely, our CS is saying that. Tomorrow I'll bring you that clip. He's saying that some people are laughing. It seems to be a joke, but it is a serious note. Remember, I was doing this calculation. Buying sugar 500, fueling my vehicle at 3,000. Let's do that sample. Flour at 250 or 150 or 180. Paying school fee and the rest. Yet these people were convinced that Uhuru's regime was the one making Kenya to suffer. Now it is Ruto's regime making Kenyans to suffer worse within just 1 year. Wakenya lazima mkuwe chonjo. So calculate 4 years term. Where will you be? 4 years term. Where will I be? This is how Kenya will be according to my prediction. In the next 4 years term, let me today assume to be the Mr. Promise. In the next this, in the next that. 4 years term. From 2023, God willing, we are still alive, to 2027. The economy of today will be different with the economy of 2024. The same way, it will be like that, like versa, like versa. That is my prediction. So that is what Raila tended to tell the president. That even if you give Kenyans fertilizer free, this will not change the livelihood. We do recall Abraham Lincoln saying that the government for the people, with the people, by the people, and with the like that. I don't want to, the historians will say I'm using the wrong term, but that is what Abraham Lincoln said. So it is very clear, if the government belongs to the people, you have to consider the people's welfare. If the government belongs with the people, these people are the ones who control you in the government. You have to listen to them and consider them. If the government belongs for the people, it means they have recognized you, understand you. Now it is upon you to utilize your promises. Is that Ruto's promises? All those Ruto's promises have been utilized. Have he delivered what he promised Kenyans? That is what Raila is trying to tell the government. Then how will Raila convince now Kenyans? And do you think he is ready to go back to the street? That is another nightmare that Kenyans are still having. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to suggest this analysis. Mine is simple as that. I might not be perfect, but I always believe, try my level best to give you the best analysis at this platform. For now, I want to wish you a very peaceful night as we hope to meet on another video. Remember to like, watch, share the channel, and also give us your opinion at the comment section below. My name is Charles. Stay tuned at Zion Kenya TV YouTube channel.